In the Bible, in John chapter 10, verse 10, it says, "For the enemy has come not but to steal, kill, and destroy. But I have come that thou might have life and life more abundantly." Speaking about the abundant life that Christ has brought to us and made available for us to the believer. We can live in the Zoe life, the life, living that abundant life, that life to the full, that awesome life. But what happens is that the enemies come to steal and kill and destroy. And how the enemy comes and steals from us is to move us out of alignment with God. When we're out of alignment with God and we're not living our life according to the principles that's in the Word, what happens is that we don't experience that abundant life. The life we experience is the life that everybody else is experiencing that ain't even saved. See, there should be distinction between your lifestyle and the people that are unsaved. So the saved person and the unsaved person should have a distinctly different lifestyle. The believer is supposed to be living an abundant life, a life to the full, on whatever level they're on. We're supposed to be living an abundant life, life to the full, a life of peace, a life of mercy, a life of grace, a life that's just bubbling over with the Spirit of God. The people that are in the world, they don't have the Spirit of God, so they shouldn't be living that way, that abundant joy, that abundant peace. We're supposed to be having that. But what happens is that when we live contrary to what the Word says, we just start living how unbelievers live. In other words, we are distressed, we have depression, mental health issues, things ain't right, things ain't going right, our back's up against the wall, we don't have a life of peace. See, that's not the life we're supposed to be living. We're supposed to be living an abundant life, the abundant life that Jesus Christ purchased for us when he died on the cross. So we're meant to have a life of restoration, a life of strength, a life of wisdom, understanding, knowledge, a life of answers. You need to have a life of answers where every area of your life you have answers to every situation. Now, the only way to have that is to be in alignment with God, in alignment with the principles that's laid out in the Word for us to follow. But what we do, we follow our own way and we end up in problems. The Bible says, "For there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the ends are the ways of death." And what we do, we follow our own way. And when we follow our own way, we end up in a place of condemnation, fear, distress, panic, anxiety. That's what the world should be experiencing, not us, because we're believers. We're supposed to be living our life on a new level. Our mind's supposed to be sound. The Bible says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of love and of power and of a sound mind." So your life should be filled with power, peace, sound mind. If your life is not filled with love, power, peace, sound mind, then you're just like living just like the world. There's no difference between you and the world. The Bible says that we are living epistles read of men. Now, if unbelievers look at your life and they can't see the freedom, the power, the glory, the happiness, the